kids, get out the hot dogs, get out the hamburgers, get out the soda pops, and for those of you holding up, get out that bottle of Andy Player Special Whiskey, because we're in for another affair to remember in the championship series of the PBA's second conference. We're already a minute into the game, and the score reads 2-0 in favor of Hausen. That's right, the Brewmasters are off to a great start, and before anything else, let's take a look at the frontliners. Norman?
Okay, you can see for the Hausen team, they have Belong, nice block by him that time. Mon Cruz, Coloso going to the basket right now. He's going to be called for traveling. Ricky Velosa and Mon Fernandez looking at the Great Taste side. They have Ricardo Brown and Joel Banal playing the guard positions. Manny Victorino manning the center slot. And you have Tualis and Alalor at the forward position.
And the three gentlemen who have been assigned the thankless task of policing this game are three veterans, Messrs. Heriberto Cruz, Remigio Bartolome, and Ernesto Iñosa, wearing numbers 3, 6, and 20, respectively. 2-0 is still the count. We've got a foul called on Alejo Alalur. Okay, Norman, what is the prognosis for Great Taste? You already dwelt on what possibilities are there for Hausen.
Well, just to add a little bit to Hausen first, I was saying about they have to counter the double-team strategy of Great Taste that they used last game. They can do this, Joe, by hitting their outside shots. If Escara and Cordero can get hot from the outside, Great Taste cannot double-team as much. You see Fernandez underneath, no foul call. He goes up again, he scores, basket's no good.
There was a slight delay, and the referee blowing the whistle on that one, and Juan Fernandez looked at him and says, shouldn't you count that third attempt?
And he's not going to get a shot. He's standing at the foul line. Instead, it's going to be Hausen's ball on the side. Oh, Ricky Velosa from the outside. Speaking about Great Taste, Joe, they have already proved that they can beat Hausen at their own game, which is that controlled slowdown game. But they're going to have to continue to play good team defense if they're going to continue to have success against this Hausen team. And they should try to run their fast break a little bit more, too, because as you know, Hausen does not want to run the basketball. So if Great Taste can get their running game going, it can only be in their favor.
Well, those of you, therefore, who counted out Hausen after that 13-point drubbing they absorbed in the first game should rethink this affair all over again, because Hausen is right in there plugging away. They're up by 4, and Great Taste still has to break into the scoring column.
And we have a very intense crowd here, a very excited crowd. Mon Cruz comes back with a jump shot. He misses.
Here's Team Coloso. He fails to on the second effort, but there is a loose ball foul. Coloso himself was guilty of his first personal. And Baby the Lupin promptly rises from his chair to replace Arnie Tualis, yes, with Joey Carpio.
Well, Tualis has one personal foul. Coach Baby DeLupin did not like the matchup. That's why he sent Carpio in the ball game.
And now let's watch the big thorns on the side of Hausen, and these are Joel Banal, who very effectively handcuffed Mon Fernandez along with Chito Lisag in the first game 2 nights ago. Joey Carpio coming into his own, misses on a frontal assault on the basket. Alalor with a clean follow-up.
Well, Alalor was not boxed out that time. Do you have any idea why Coach Baby DeLupin took Tualis out of the game this early, Joe?
As a matter of fact, I didn't even notice that he took him out until the Coliseum announcer made mention of the replacement, and we have a turnover.
Yes, good defense by Joel Banal. Fernandez gets the offensive foul.
2 team fouls for Great Taste, and Hausen is picking up those fouls very early in this affair. Joel Banal for the ball-carrying Cures. Manny Victorino, he played a great game 2 nights ago. Can he sustain that momentum tonight? We'll know soon enough. Ricky Velosa has been assigned to him. Jerry Carpio back to Joel Banal. Here is Ricky Brown. He's been the scoring threat for Great Taste all throughout. He misses on that jump shot. 4-2 is still the count. Great Taste still suffering from a 2-point handicap. We're 8 minutes and 20 seconds, or we've got 20 minutes and 80 seconds left in this first quarter.
Well, neither team has really come out too hot here in the first quarter. They're playing good defense.
Good defense indeed, forcing the outside passing on the part of Hausen, but Team Coloso was left open for that easy shot.
Well, that came with 1 second left on the shot clock.
They made it by the skins of their feet. 6-2 is the count, 4-point lead for the Brewmasters. Banal drives inside and gets foiled. Ricky Velosa completing the steal. Manny Victorino trying to swipe from behind. And here is Moncruz bringing it downtown for the yellow shirts of Hausen. Ricky Brown picks up Moncruz. That's a very nice matchup right there. An even better matchup is Manny Victorino versus Ricky Relosa. He's going to go all the way strong to the hoop, and he misses. Joel Banal for the rebound. The outlet pass goes to the wrong man, but Team Coloso is guilty of backcourting. Joel Banal, one of the tallest but very effective guards in the league. And he certainly has earned his playing time. Ooh, that was a backdoor pass. It turned out to be a backboard hit. It went to the right hands, but the shot wasn't quite as good. 6-2 is still a count, 4-point lead for Hausen. There's a swarming defense thrown on the diminutive Moncruz with a foul being spotted by referee Inosa. No, it's not a foul.
Well, that's going to be an illegal defense called on Great Taste. That's their first call, so the next time it'll be a technical foul. This time it's just a throw-in for Hausen.
Juan Fernandez low posting against Joel Banal. At this point, there is no sign of the double defense that worked so effectively against Juan Fernandez, and you saw the result of it.
Well, Great Taste only has 2 points so far. If they go down low to Manny Victorino, he's going to throw up that hook shot. He comes up a little short. Joey Carpio goes to the basket. A lot of contact, no foul.
Bruising action being displayed here, and the referees had better call it tight unless they want this game to get out of hand. And look at the bodies flying in the air and hitting the deck. And there is a call by referee Bartolome. Team Coloso is called for his second personal. Wow, this game certainly is following the footsteps of that first game, maybe even more rugged.
Well, that was a mid-air collision that time between 3 players. There had to be a foul somewhere in there.
The foul was called, however, when Hausen already had, or when Great Taste already had the ball in their front court, and that's Aleo Lalor coming through with a brilliant move at point-blank range. Hausen's lead down to 4. We're almost at the halfway house of this first quarter. A lot of great basketball unfolding before us, accompanied by thunder and lightning outside the Coliseum, adding to an already highly electrified atmosphere here at the Big Dome itself. Team Coloso with a turnaround on a second effort. He misses. Ricky Brown scampering down for the leather. Coloso hot on his tail. Carpio jockeying for position. They can't get anywhere. Victorino rips the line.
Manny Victorino ran the court really well that time. Velosa was a little late in getting back. Good pass from Ricardo Brown.
And from here on we're not going to refer to Victorino as a budding superstar because he certainly has blossomed into one in these last 2 games of Great Taste.
Well, that's going to be the second illegal defense called on Great Taste here in the first quarter, Joe. So that's going to be a technical foul shot for Hausen.
And we have the first time out of the game. We'll be right back. Timeout. Okay, that wide shot should give you a pretty fair idea of the big turnout we have here at the Coliseum despite the highly uncooperative weather. We estimate this turnout to be at least 15,000. Right now, Juan Fernandez is on the line. Standing 6'5". And speaking of 6'5", Norman, you're 6'5" yourself, and I've read somewhere where the best all-around players in the history of professional basketball stood at 6'5", and these are Elgin Baylor, Oscar Robertson, John Havlicek, to name only a few.
That's very true, Joe. Elgin Baylor and Oscar Robertson. Well, Oscar Robertson is really considered the best player in the history of the NBA because he was the only player to go the whole entire season having a double-triple-double, if you can believe that.
I can believe that. If I can believe that of Juan Fernandez. Hook shot. Oh, Abed Gutierrez getting into the act. That lean frame of his challenging the honchos of the Great Taste Company may erect a 5-point lead for Great Taste. Or rather, Hausen 11-6. Swift retaliation by Ricky Brown.
Well, Ricky jumped over his own man that time. Alalor to get that shot off. Gutierrez just checked in the ball game. He responds immediately for Coach Carbonell.
Well, it was evident right from that first game 2 nights ago that Ricky Brown came out for the